Hey guys, and welcome back. And yeah, I'm finally back after the long break. And the reason is that I decided to take a break from YouTube for the summer, but I decided to take a little longer break because I had a couple of exams. So now I'm finally back, and I'll try to upload one video per week. And yeah, so in this video or tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make advanced round system, and as you will see, it has randomized rounds. So we have an intermission here. This is the lobby, and then it will show what map has been chosen, and then the map spawns, and the layout just minimized. And now we're gonna teleport, and then we have the game time, and then when the game ends, we'll teleport back to the lobby, and it will just repeat. So yeah, let's head straight to the video. So in the workspace, we have a model called lobby, and that's just the main lobby. So we have a spawn point, which is shrunken and set to transparency 1, and then make sure it's anchored and can collide is off, so that the player doesn't collide with it, and make sure it's anchored so it doesn't fall down. Then we have the main build inside of this, and it's just the wall, which is the union, and the floor. And now in replicator storage, we have 3 folders, and they're named maps, remotes, and values. So in the first one, we have your maps, and here they are. So in each one of map, we have 3 string values named color, image ID, and time. And the color is basically the background color for the pop-up that appears, and it's HTML value. So just pick a color, let's say if you want green, then just copy this code and then just paste it into the string value. Then the image ID is the main image, so you can just pick one over here and then paste it in the value. Then the time is the round time, so if you want the desert map to be 10 seconds long, then you can put the value here, and if you want the forest to be like 20 seconds long, then you can add 20 seconds over there. Then we have the main model, which is the build. Then the important part, we have a spawn point, which is not a spawn location, it's just a normal part which is set to transparency 1, can collide off and anchor true, and just place it wherever you want to play spawn. And then just do the same for every other map, add the color, image ID, and time. And then let's just put them back. Then in the next folder, we have remotes, and just add 2 remote functions, and name them to visible and invisible, and that is just basically gonna make the pop-up visible or invisible. Then in the last folder, we have 4 string values, and just leave them blank in the value, and then just name them map color, map image, map name, and status. And now in starter GUI, we have 2 screen GUIs. So let's look at the status GUI. We have just a status label, just let me make it enabled. So we have just a text label, and just it's set to Fredoka 1, and yeah, just type whatever you want. In this case, I type intermission, and just change the time, just change the color. So now let's look at the script. So here is the first script. So we have 2 variables at the top, and that's just getting the status value from the replicator storage. So local status equals game, the replicator storage dot values, colon wait for child status. Then the label, which is the status label. So local label equals script dot parent, colon wait for child status label. And in these brackets, you just put the name of the thing. So now here we have the main function, I guess you can call it. So it's status colon get property change signal, and a value colon connect function. And basically it's just it's getting the property change, like if something changes, it will get that change signal, if you understand. Then the the text will be equal to the value dot text, not text, just the value. So it just literally syncing. So this and the value, status value, is just syncing each other. So the next GUI is the Map GUI, which is the pop-up that will be shown when a round starts. So we have a map frame, so rename it to exactly that I have. So inside we have a UI corner. Let's just make it visible. So it doesn't matter what background color you have, it's still gonna get changed from the script. So we have a UI corner to make it look better. Then we have an image label and a text label, and just rename them to map image and map name. And inside of the image label we have a UI corner to also make it look better, and inside of map name I think we also have a UI corner. Yeah, it's just gonna make it look better. You don't necessarily need to have UI corner, but I think it looks better. So yeah, just let's make them invisible. And you can just place them wherever you want and just make how big you want. So now let's look at the map script. So inside of the map script we have some variables at the top. So the first one is just the tween service, and it's just basically getting the tween service. Then we have three more variables, and that's just the GUI, so the frame and the image and the text label. Then we have three others, and those are the values inside of here, so the map color, map image and map name. Then we have the remote folder, which includes the remote function. And then here we have the info, so that's how long or fast and style you want for the tween to take place. So I had it at 0.5 seconds. You can just mess around how you want. Then I want it to be neat and clean, so I had linear for the style. Then for the direction I had out, and I think out is the best choice if you want it to look good, but of course you can mess around with the settings. Then here we have the visible tween, and this is just gonna make the pop-up visible. And yeah, so it's just basically making the background transparency to 0, so it's making it visible. Then here is the main tween, so it's just gonna create to the frame, and it's getting the info, and it's just making it visible. Then here exact same thing, but instead of making it visible, we're making it invisible. So we're just setting the transparency to 1. Then here make sure these are not the same. As you can see, we have tween I and tween V. So tween V is for tween visible and tween I is for tween invisible. So just copy and paste the same thing over here, just make sure it has an I on the end, and over here you have a V. So then we have 3 more functions, and that's just gonna help us make the map name and the image and the color changeable. So just copy this. Then we have 2 remotes over here, and the visible, when it's fired, you're gonna see the pop-up come up and tween to the place over here. So we have, first of all, it's making the tween play. We're making the map name, so the text label a bit visible. Then we're waiting 3 seconds. Then we're moving to a desired position. So just I can show you. So if you want your frame to be over here, just drag it over here and just copy the position, then paste it in here. Then do the same for the size, so you can just size it however you want and just paste the size over here. Then the same thing for the invisible, but now we're making it transparent, so just set it to 1. Then we're waiting 3 seconds. Then we're positioning it on the same place, so now it's in the same place. As you can see, just paste the location you want the pop-up to be visible again after the repeat. So just add it, paste the position over here, and just paste the same size that I have now. You don't need to have mine, but just have the size you have for the original, then just paste it over here. So now we're done with the local script for the map script. Now let's go ahead and look at the main script. So as always, we have some variables at the top. So we have the local lobby, so it's just the lobby, we're accessing the lobby. Then we have the map folder, and it's just in the replicated storage. And then we have the status value, and that status is inside of gain the replicated storage.values.status. Then we have the remote folder, which includes the remote functions. Then we have these three values which are in the values folder, and it's just the map color, map image, and map name. Then now we're in the normal run system, so the original run system. So you begin with while true do, and that's just basically the whole loop. So inside of it we have the intermission. So for I equals 10, 0, -1. So this number over here is how long you want your intermission to be. So I have set 10. Then it's just gonna subtract -1 from 10. So if you have 2, it will subtract 2 number from 10. So now inside of here we're gonna do status.value equals intermission. Alright, so it's just what you want for the text label in here. It says intermission, of course, but if you want it to say game begins in so you can type that. So I had intermission colon, then I have space, then here I have .i, and the I is basically the timer. So make sure you have 2 dots, then the I. Then we're gonna have task.wait, because it's gonna just run for 10 seconds. Then we have the map chooser. So type local chosen map equals maps, so the maps folder, then math.random 1 out of how many maps there are. So it's just basically, this line is just choosing a random map from the maps folder. Then the clone map is the chosen map, and we're just basically cloning it. So the AI just selects a map and it just clones it. Then the chosen map is cloned to the workspace, and the parent is obviously gonna be the workspace. Then we have these 3 values again. So the map name dot value equals chosen map dot name. So the map name will be the, so make sure you have the name of the map you want. So let's say if you want it to be let's say Primal Devland, then you just make sure you have Primal Dev. Then we have the map image, and it's just inside of these chosen map. As you can see, it's just getting the values. Then same for the color. Then it's firing the client, so remote.visible fire all clients so that the pop-up can be visible. Then we have the teleport thing I want. It's the same as the it's the same as the intermission loop, but this is the teleport loop. So teleport, so for I equals 10, 0, -1, do status.value equals teleporting in. So yeah, you can type whatever you want. Then make sure you have task.wait. Then here we have the teleport to map function. So this line is getting all the players in game, then it's getting its character, and then this line is just basically teleporting it to the position. Then we have the game here. So for I equals chosen map dot time dot value, so it's just basically getting the time value. Then we're gonna subtract it by 1. Then make sure in these colon you have what you want. So I had game ends in and the timer, and then make sure you have task or wait again. Then when the game is done, fire the invisible function. So remote.invisible fire all clients. and then we're just basically setting the map name and map image to nil, so it's not gonna be anything. And then here we have the teleport to lobby, and it's just, you know, getting the every player in the game, and then this the character, and then this is the just the teleport part. Then the last bit is just to destroy the map, because we don't want the map to still be there after the game has ended. So as you can see, the timer starts down, so intermission then. So the chosen map is desert, and as you can see, it spawns to the map, and we're teleporting in 3, 2, 1, and now we're teleported. And then for the desert map I chose 10 seconds for the game time, and it basically counts down from 10 seconds. And if it doesn't, just try to see if you have any errors and fix them. And now let's see again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this time it's volcano. As you can see, we have the map name, the image, and then the background, which is pretty cool. And now we're teleporting, and now we're back into the volcano. So that's the end for this video, and I really hope you like this new tutorial. And it seems like you guys really like my tutorial videos, because they're getting very many views. So in the future I'll make more tutorial videos. And yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.